Okay, what we have here is a Vetrano 2B Evo, and I will be showing you how to remove the panels. We're going to start off with, the drip tray is not there, the cup warmer's on top. We're going to remove the reservoir, set it aside. To remove the back panel, you have one screw, two screws, and if you look down in here, there's two pop pins down on the bottom that secure the bottom panel. So let's get the top two screws out. I'm using a short, stubby Phillips screwdriver. Should have taken one out before we started. It's always useful to have a cup to put your screws in. Once you've removed the two screws, there's a couple different techniques for removing the back panel. Normally I can just put my hand down in here. Of course, this one is going to be a little bit more stiff. And pop it off. These are spring-loaded clips that hook to these pop pins. The other way that you can remove it, relatively easy. You take a rag, I'm not going to tip it all the way up and put it on its head, but you can tip it forward like so, set it on the rag on the counter, and you can use a common screwdriver and gently pry out the bottom. Now we need to remove the side panels. The side panels have three screws on it. One here, well, each one has one on either side, and the two pop pins in the back need to be removed. I'll have to recover that screw in a minute. It's also a good idea to remove any rings so you don't scratch the machine. Now I can't just pull these panels off when I get all the screws because they have lights in each side panel that need to be unplugged. And if you just yank the panels away, you'll rip the wiring out. So you gotta set them gently aside, pull the wire out, unplug them. I'll show you that in a minute after I remove the final three screws here. Okay, there's all three screws out of this panel. And we're gently gonna pull it out. And as you can see, here's the wire. We're gonna unplug it. Now I'll set this aside. Here's the screw I dropped earlier. And again, it needs to be unplugged. Now we can set this one aside. All right, next we got to remove the back panel. And again, the back panel has wires attached to it. So we can't just pull it out. It's one screw here in the top of the base. And now we lift this up and we can gently move it back. It's got a little elbow here that's just pushed on. It's a rubber elbow. We'll separate it and we can set it back like this. So that's how you remove the panels for a Vetrano 2B.